Tottenham, be careful, Pep's Man City is more dangerous than ever. Joao Cancelo's departure led Pep to shrink Man City's squad to have a team more suitable for Erling Haaland's energy. So Tottenham must be careful. Despite having just undergone gallbladder surgery in the middle of the week, Antonio Conte will still stand on the touchline to direct Tottenham in the confrontation with Man City. Because his chair is hotter than ever. But Conte is not the only one among his colleagues experiencing disappointment this season. Looking back at last year's Premier League rankings, all four top managers struggled to some extent. Thomas Tuchel was fired at Chelsea for not really understanding what Todd Bailey was doing. Jurgen Klopp is struggling with a decline in Liverpool's squad. Conte was always irritable and angry at Spurs. And Pep Guardiola is also experiencing an unsatisfactory season when Man City is in a position to chase Arsenal in the title race. They reached the 8th round of the Champions League and the 5th round of the FA Cup, but were eliminated in the quarter-finals of the League Cup and lost in the English Super Cup. But never underestimate a Guardiola in difficulty. An unhappy Guardiola is also the most feared Guardiola. His entire career obsession, his constant wins, even the physical structure of the teams he led were built on anxiety, a desire to control, and a lack of control. Stop picking up details. The moment to worry about Guardiola is when he becomes cold. Successful seasons will bring complaints and annoyances. Right now, it is Joao Cancelo's push away, his tough claims and his desire to win that make Pep more dangerous than ever. It is thought that Guardiola's season will be spent refining the tactical scheme around Erling Haaland, welding this pure straight blade to the front of the Blue Man's machine. This has happened. But up front, Guardiola talked a lot about culture, body language, willpower, hunger. The Norwegian striker is the perfect piece for the perfect project. After half a season, there were successes when Haaland continuously opened fire. But there are also signs of decline. And will Pep find a solution? After 7 years leading the club, he has the experience to fix the holes. There is a risk as City march to North London in an attempt to chase Arsenal without their best fullback. This may worry some Man City fans. But it is part of a process. There is a minimalism for the team to move forward. Here is a list of key players who have left City since the summer of 2020: David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Leroy Sane, Fernandinho, Gabriel Jesus, Oleksandr Zinchenko, Nicolas Otamendi. And here are their replacements: Calvin Phillips, Manuel Akanji, Haaland, Jack Grealish, Nathan Ake, and Ruben Dias. It can be said that the Blue Man squad is not weak, if not more qualified. Their squad has never expanded because Pep only needs a fixed group of players for him. Pep likes to solve puzzles, loves to solve, loves to find solutions. That has always prompted him to see broader problems. Overthinking things, micro-complexities are always just another side of success. Huge budget allocation aside, this is why Guardiola always wins. Because he never stopped, because he was willing to be intellectually reckless with his systems and plans. Compare him to his colleagues, to Conte himself, who always uses the same way of playing with the players according to the set pattern. Or Klopp, with some adjustments, but basically maintaining the same way of playing for the past 5 years. Guardiola's basic principles have always remained the same: defense and attack are based on possession, balanced squad structure and constant pressing, frenzy in counter-attacks. But pressing has changed year by year. That's because he has to face gegenpressing teams like Klopp's Liverpool. Pep always has very far calculations both in terms of tactics and personnel. Therefore, Cancelo's departure could be a kind of tactical logic. There has been a change with Haaland in the team. If one part of your squad is more offensive, the other parts will have to be a little more defensive. Will Man City still need to create space by risking more personnel in the midfield, if the game is being refined in a simpler direction? Cancelo is a typical Pep fullback, but not irreplaceable. Haaland's arrival made his role no longer sacrosanct. This raises interesting questions about the game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs have played well against Man City in recent years. The Rooster often uses long passes to Kane to take advantage of the space at Man City's full-back position. But the upcoming match could be a little different. Man City will be tighter on the flanks and perhaps less of a chance for Kane. Tottenham have lost 6 of their past 11 matches in the Premier League. Obviously they are in very bad form and it is difficult to surprise a tight Man City. There is an opinion that Kane will be more suitable for Man City's system than Haaland. And tonight's game is another chance to prove that it's true.